Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made these cute little swan favor tags. You can put them on anything and they're nice for like baby showers or birthday parties as well. They look cute. You could customize them how you like them, with text or without text. So I first went to Google and I typed up swan silhouette, and they have multiple templates to choose from. As you can see, you could go with whatever swan shape you like. I just went ahead and went with this one with the heart on it, and I copied it and pasted it onto my Silhouette software. And like you guys know, I always trace the image and then I end up release compound path so I can move this little heart around, and I ended up moving it over here towards the front, and I grouped it together, and then I wrote thank you for celebrating the mother-to-be and her little sweet pea. This is great for the little hand sanitizers that you get from Bath and Body Works. I was gonna say Bed Bath and Beyond, Bath and Body Works. And you can just, and then right here I just went with whatever text looked appealing to me. So you can, like I said, this is very customizable with whatever text you like. You know, you could have them all capitalized or lowercase, cursive text, or regular text. So I just went ahead and I was kind of messing around with the words, and I made them smaller to fit inside the swan. And right here is where I kind of moved the words around a little bit to fit in there nicely. And you're just gonna have to fiddle around with the words and see how they fit in there best. But I found that they fit like this better. And then I just colored the text black, and I'm just moving it around, and I end up selecting the whole swan with the text to adjust the size of the swan. And you can stop here. This could be your swan with your text, but I am gonna add more to it. I wanted to have a little beak and her little lashes. So I'm gonna show you guys how I made the beak, because I know there's other ways of doing it, but this is just my way and how I do stuff. So I just made a line to make like a beak on there. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but as you guys can see, I just made a line across the beak, so that's gonna be like my beak. So then I just ended up erasing the rest of this, because I just made her little beak right now, and I'm gonna delete this because I don't need that. And then I ended up tracing over it to make that outline. And the reason I traced over it is so I can actually have a shape to color in. So now I'm gonna make the beak like a light orangey. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put the beak on top. And now she's missing some eyelashes, so I'm gonna go and type up lashes or lash silhouette. And this is all to your preference. You can choose whatever lashes you like best. I think I chose, I don't remember if I chose, I think I chose these ones. So what I did was I just copied, and then I just went ahead and copied and pasted, and I trace it, and I can delete this now because now I just need this little outline. And I colored it in black, and then I positioned it onto her right there. And you can go ahead and mess around with however you like the eyelashes. I was just messing with them here, seeing how I like them best. And once I have everything positioned correctly, I'm going to go ahead and remove this red outline, this red swan outline, and I'm going to group everything else together. And you'll see why later, why I group everything together and not with the red outline. Now I'm going to show you guys how I can customize it further. I'm going to go ahead and bring in some flowers onto my swan. So I'm just picking up some flowers from my stash, and I'm gonna put these flowers over on my swan. This is obviously, you can choose any flowers that you like or no flowers at all, but I have to make the text smaller so the flowers can fit on here. And for this swan that has flowers on it, I decided to take away the heart, just because it already has some flowers on there, so I am going to leave it this way. So now we have two different types of swans, and like I said, I removed this red outline and I group everything else together because the red outline is the one I'm going to be cutting out, not the text or the beak or the lashes or anything else, just the red outline. So now I'm gonna look for a crown, because this is another style of swan that you can make is with a crown. So you just go to crown silhouettes or whatever, and then you find a crown that you like best. And I think I just went with this very simple crown, and I just copied and pasted it onto my silhouette, and I went ahead and traced it, and this was pretty much the crown I used for the swan. Or I think I used, towards the end I used a different crown, but it's the same concept. I was just showing you guys how you can choose any crown from, you know, Google and use it as for your swan. But I think I did end up going with a different crown later on. So now I'm just sizing it up to fit on my swan how I like it best, and I'm just going to color it in just to see how it looks. So something like this, and this is a perfect size. So now I have my size and my crown. So now it's time to insert my registration marks and kind of fit them on there. So I'm trying to fit as many as I can in one page. So I am going to mount them on just like this. And I forgot to mention to you guys that I removed the crown because I'm not cutting it with the swan, because I'm going to be cutting the crown separately onto a gold glitter piece of paper, and then I'm going to be gluing it onto the swan towards the end. And I'm just trying to get as many as I can into one paper. They're really cramped, but I was able to fit like 18 of them in one page, which is a really good amount. So for this crown, I'm going to go ahead and use a separate tab because I'm going to be cutting it onto gold glitter paper as mentioned. So after I've printed my swans, I'm going to go ahead and remove the text along with the beak and the lashes, because I don't want my silhouette to try and cut that stuff out. I just wanted to cut around the red lines. So this is why I do it. So that way when I go to my send, it's only cutting the red. Because if I leave the text on there, it's going to try to cut the text and the beak and everything else. So this is how it looks like. So before I send it through my silhouette to cut, I'm actually going to decorate it with gold foil. I'm just going to put gold foil over the text just to make it look prettier. This is obviously optional. You don't have to do any of this. You could just make the swans very simple, or just with the crown, no text. It's just to everybody's preference. You don't have to have flowers, or, you know, but if you want a different color, you want silver or whatever colors they offer, I would say check them out on Amazon. I think they offer different colors like rose gold or silver. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it through my laminator. I got all this stuff on Amazon. I have this stuff linked in the bottom in the description, so you guys can check it out. And this is what it looks like after I put the gold foil. It didn't stick too well, so I would recommend running it in the laminator twice so it sticks really nicely, but this is what it looks like. So now I can cut it with my silhouette now that the gold foil is on there, and now it's just going to cut into that swan shape, and this is what they look like. So as you can also see, the text didn't come out too small where you can read it without squinting your eyes. So these are just a couple different samples that I have, one with gold foil, one with just the text, some come with the flowers, and now I'm just going to show you how I put the crowns on there. I cut the crowns with gold glitter like I said, and this is what they look like. And like I said, I used a different crown, which is why it looks slightly different, like the points of the crown look a little bit different than the one I showed you on screen. And what I did was I simply just put a dab of hot glue on the crown and I glued it onto the swan. And then here I'm just showing you guys that you guys can use different little embellishments to make your swan look more beautiful. Use whatever you have. I didn't end up using these just because I ended up using ribbon. So I'm just showing you guys can use anything you have in your stash to make the swan look pretty. Okay, so now that I have the crowns glued on there, I'm going to show you guys how I made the little bows and how I put the ribbon on there. So I used this light pink ribbon, and I'm just showing you the measurements right there on the back. And I got it at Michael's, and it's really inexpensive. It's about like 50 cents for this little roll. So I'm going to show you guys how I made the bow with a fork. So it's not too hard to do. All I did was wrap the ribbon like you see me doing on this fork. And then I brought this piece over here on the back side over this piece of ribbon and underneath right here towards the middle of the fork, and then I brought it up behind and over the ribbon, and then I just tied a knot. And I'm just going to repeat this step one more time so you guys could get it. All I did was get this piece of ribbon and I brought this back side over the ribbon and towards the middle of the fork. And then I brought it over and up. I hope this makes sense. I know I'm not the best at explaining stuff, but then I just made a knot and it's that easy. It just takes some practice to get it down, and if you have to, just go really slow on the video and pause it and just follow along. It's not that hard. Once you get it down, you'll figure out that it's pretty easy to do. So I understand I'm not the best person at explaining stuff, so if you're really having trouble with it, there's also a couple of tutorials on YouTube showing you how to tie a bow using a fork. So I would recommend to watch that video if you're really having trouble doing this part. So now that I made my bow, I'm just going to place it on my swan with a dab of glue. Okay, so now that I got the bow down, here comes the easy part. I just wrap a piece of ribbon around the hand sanitizer, and I'm just gonna hold it in place with a dab of glue. And you don't have to have the ribbon on the hand sanitizer to glue it. I don't know why I did that, because I ended up taking off the ribbon either way. So you can glue it even if it's not on the hand sanitizer bottle. Just make sure it fits. Just make sure the piece of ribbon fits around the neck of the bottle. Then I just made sure to glue the swan to the ribbon. And we're pretty much done, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave a like, it helps me out a lot. And comment down below if you have any questions or anything that you would like to let me know. And please subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed. I love making these videos and teaching you guys something new. I'll see you guys in the next one.